Hi everybody, today we're going to be making paper link snakes using either printer paper or notebook paper, or at the end I'm going to talk about how to do it using paper rolls, either from paper towels or toilet paper. Okay, so what you need to get started is a piece of printer paper or notebook paper. You're going to need some scissors. You're going to need either glue or tape, either one works. And you're going to need something for color if you want to put a pattern on your snake. Of course, you don't have to. You can use the paper just plain, but I feel like putting a pattern on it kind of makes it look more authentic or more snaky-like. Okay, so we're going to start with a piece of printer paper. Okay. We're going to start by folding it first, just because it makes it easier. I'm going to fold it in half, hot dog or long or portrait direction first, okay? Then leaving it folded, I'm gonna bring the bottom to the top like this. So now it's folded in 4, okay? And because I want my snake to be nice and big and tall, I'm going to fold it again this side to this side like this, okay? All right. And this just makes better rings, thicker rings that are easier to use and put together. Okay, then we're going to open it all the way up. Okay, if you don't want to put a pattern on it, you'll be ready to cut. But if you do, now would be the best time to put a pattern on it. Okay, so to put a pattern on it, you want to kind of be thinking about what would a snake pattern look like. All right. And I borrowed I Don't Like Snakes and looked through there, and you can see there's lots of wonderful snake patterns. Some of them are just striped, some of them have circles or geometric shapes in them. So just think of a pattern that you think is cool and fun to draw, and draw it out on your whole paper. It doesn't need to be perfect. I kind of like my snakes maybe to start with diamonds, so I start by drawing diagonal lines in one direction. You'll notice I'm not using a rule or anything because this is nature and I don't care if it's not perfect. Okay, and then I'm going to start by doing my diagonals in the opposite direction. Okay, and you'll notice kind of right away that that's going to make some diamonds for us. Okay, I just start at the top of the lines that I drew before, okay, tops of the lines that I drew before here, okay, all the way down, and that's going to give me some nice snake-like diamonds. Then after I did that, I put circles in the middle of some of them maybe a different shape, maybe a rectangle, maybe a triangle. Really doesn't have to be perfect at all. You kind of decide what you want to do with your patterns and where you want to put which ones. Then if you have something for color, I used markers for this one, and I colored out in a fairly regular pattern shape. You don't have to do that. It's perfectly fine to do it completely random as well. Okay, so when you're done with all of that, I like to fold it back up only because that means I have to make fewer cuts. So when I fold it back up, I'm going to start just cutting, okay? Right on those folds. And then sometimes you're going to want to open it back up, okay? You should be left with 8 strips of patterns, right? And when you have your strips of paper, your 8 strips of paper that come from one sheet, and actually you can just keep going with this. All of my sample snakes are made with just one piece of paper, so they only have 8 links, okay? But you can keep going and make it a super long snake if you'd like. All right, so then it comes time to start putting your snake together. All right, so using either tape or glue, you're going to want to roll it so that your nice pattern, if you drew one, is to the outside. If you didn't draw one, it's going to be easier for you because you're not going to need to pay attention to which side's to the outside. All right, so I'm going to use a piece of tape, and I'm going to put it right there, like that. Then I'm going to thread my next loop through the first one. You might have to bend it just a little bit like that so it fits through easily. Okay. And then I'm going to put those two sides together. It's just as easy to glue them as it is to tape them. Okay. And I'm going to keep going until I'm out of links. Okay. And if you have 8, it should be about this long. Okay. Then I'm going to think about making my snake's little face. I cut out a diamond for my snake's face. You can draw the face however you like. And because the snake's eyes are kind of on the side, I kind of folded that diamond just a little bit and then glued it to the front link. I also gave my snake a nice cute little forked tongue. It's red on mine. It doesn't have to be red on yours. And then on the back, on that last link, I gave it a little pointed tail if you like. So be creative and have fun. I did tell you I was going to also talk about how to use a paper roll to make links. Okay, this one is a paper towel roll, and I cut it on one side and flattened it out, and I drew my patterns on it. Okay, I added color to mine. You don't have to do that. Then you're going to, just like with the other one, I like to kind of fold it in half so my links are kind of the same. Okay, and I'm going to cut that in half like this, and cut it in half again, like that, and it's going to give you approximately 4 strips per roll. So you might want to use at least 2 and maybe 3 or 4 rolls. Then again, same thing, you're just going to roll it into a loop, put some taper glue on there, then thread the next one through the first loop that you made like that, and keep going until you have a snake that you like. Then add a face and a tail if you like. Be creative and have fun.